Now there are two things I really hate about winter. One is wet feet, so I gotta fix up my work boots. This is my one of my work boots. It's a Sorel, nothing really special about it, except it's got a hole right about here. So taped it up last night, but it still leaks a little bit and the tape's falling off, so I'm gonna try and patch it up with some seam grip. See how it goes. So the hole is right about where my finger is, right in here. And for the past couple of night shifts, it's been with wet feet, so I really want to get rid of that problem. Working at night with wet feet is not fun, so I'm going to try and seal that up in what hours I have left. I have about 5 hours before I'm supposed to be back at work, and hopefully not spend the winter with wet feet. So here we go. Seam grip's pretty awesome because when it dries, it actually dries rubbery, so you don't have to worry about flaking off or anything like that. Also, you could use it on pretty much anything. I think it was actually designed to go on tents and whatnot like that, but it works for outdoor repair. At least that's what they, or it's a seam sealer and outdoor repair thing. That's what they say on the tube itself. And I've used it on all sorts of stuff. I used it to keep my canoe flotation bags together because they actually came from the factory with holes, which I was a little upset about, but I was in a rush, so I didn't send them back in. And I used them to keep one of my life jackets together because it had a rip in the seam during the summer as well, and now I'm using it on a boot. Usually it takes a while for it to dry too, but we're going to see how long it'll take for it to dry in 5 hours, or at least how much it can dry in 5 hours anyway, because I do have about 5 hours before I'm supposed to go back to work. So I'm going to go put it by the heater and gotta go do another chore today. The second thing I really hate about winter is actually the icy fog that rolls in from time to time. Usually it's on a warmer day where the snow and the moisture can evaporate a little bit, but still sit at a really low configuration, kind of like a fog. Like I said, icy fog. But then it rolls in and just covers everything in a very uniform, thin layer of ice, and it's a real pain in the back to get off the vehicle. So my truck's been running for a bit. We're gonna see if it's de-iced at all. If it's not, I have to put some elbow grease into it and get some ice off it, I suppose. That stuff really sucks, especially if you're like me and you got a vehicle which the cooling system in is failing. And why should that matter? Well, the cooling system is actually what pulls the heat to the cab. The vehicle itself, my truck, will actually work on the hot coolant or pull heat out of the coolant and put it into the cab. So that's how it heats up the heaters. And if you don't have a cooling system that's working right, you really won't feel the benefits of that. So I got a cold cab for most of the winter. Hoping it's nothing too big. Last time it was just a water pump, but who knows? It's been something I've been fighting ever since I've had this truck, so can't do anything about it right now. Besides put more coolant in it. Doing a store run because somebody ate all this food again. Who would that be, huh? Who would that be? Who would that be? He's in denial. Okay, dog food acquired. Dog food acquired, human food acquired. Just gotta go back home, edit this before I have to leave, get it posted in that time, and there might be one more thing I want to talk about. Let's go home first. So this is a bit of a bonus thing. It's a bit more of a smaller thing than my boots getting all covered in holes or the ice in my truck, but it's something that's kind of gotten on my nerves a little bit throughout the summer, and it's actually the plows. And I'm not talking about the lawn care plows, the guys like the Pine Ridge guys out here in Red Lodge, or some of the other kind of private contractor plows. I'm talking about the big plows, the guys that are the big orange plows. You see them out there on the highways. They got the bucket of dirt on the back and they're spraying dirt all over the place. But and they do a good job about keeping the roads clear and whatnot. But my big issue is with them is they actually pile snow in front of my driveway, which if you ever have walked on or driven on snow that's been tossed up by a plow, it is almost like concrete or rock, and it's a little annoying, especially when I'm trying to get my truck out. So I'll give you a taste of what they've done a little bit here. So behind me is my driveway, kind of all the way across there. That's me getting out to go to the store, actually, right there. This is one of those times, especially living in the house I've got right now in the winter. It's I'm really happy my truck does have a 4-wheel drive capability, because getting out over there, that stuff is a pain in the backside. I've actually shoveled it out a few times, but they always pile it up. There's a big pile right there. It's probably 2 feet tall right there, that chunk, and then there's more chunks over here by the trash can. And if I hadn't dug it out, it'd be all over the place. Anyway, that's just my personal deal with the plows. I get through it. As long as the 4-wheel drive in my truck's still working, and as long as the coolant's gonna work for me, I can probably survive the winter. If I could get a bit of cash and then a day off or so, I'll probably take it to the shop and see if I can fix it up again. This is probably the second time I've had a big coolant issue with my truck, and I'm just hoping it's not leaking into the engine. If it's doing that, then my truck's probably totaled, and that'd be a rather sucky day. Other than that, I want to get some stuff done. More stuff done anyway. It's the day to do stuff for me. I gotta go back up the mountain a bit, see if my boots dried, and catch you guys in the next one.